this is What, and this is my wildcard for the GBB 2024 producer category. Let's get it.
Wonder why he filmed it widescreen. Oh, we got void editing too. What?
Whispers of despair, emotions deep and raw, human wrestling shadows, an authentic quiet draw through echoes of his past. Regrets quietly hover, natter sticks a dawn, a chance to rediscover through the maze of memories where sorrows intertwine. Natter faces demons, hoping for a lifeline. In your essence of this tale, a journey to survive. Natter story echoes, a reminder we all survive. His heart a weather vessel, battered and scarred, melody of resilience, where silence plays hard. In the depths of struggles, where lies but a distant star, natter seeks us all, and hope is all. His heart a weather vessel, melody of resilience, where silence plays hard. In the depths of struggles, where lies but a distant star, natter seeks us all, and hope is all. Just 1, 2, 3. The shadows now they walls, burden on his back, a soul tangled in darkness, navigating life's track. Beneath the moon's soft glow, where dreams used to ignite, now the journey unfolds, a relentless silent fight. Whispers of his pain, emotions deep and raw, a human wrestling shadows, an authentic quiet draw.
Very interesting. What?
Yeah.
A lot of things I don't understand about this one. Is this the debate of like vocal source versus vocal triggered stuff? Because I feel like he didn't. He literally just at the start just like use the mic
This one's
like
vocally
one.
switched.
Is it okay? Because I see. Okay, this is what I don't understand about like this multiple device and like DA and stuff. Because I see he's using like the MK2 obviously, but a lot of stuff is happening without him pressing buttons. Because I know like he has the software, right? Um, so you're gonna have to explain this to me. Like, how is he able to kind of like transition into transition in this track and to kind of like how's the progression of the track working if he's not really like manually touching stuff? Um,
So I assume he just had all the MIDI like just planned out and like automates like when different tracks record as well, because he kind of like just flipped up like the drums and just just recorded the kick and then the snare, and then everything just kind of played out. And even the vocal effects like the stutters and all that, like that was very much automated. So I assume the signal chain is just input goes into the Mark II, and then he uses some effects on the Mark II, but not like a lot. And then everything just goes into Ableton, and then it records at the right time, or like it just plays in the right time. But yeah, like I'm looking at the track. Look, I'm looking at chat right now, and I agree, KPA. Like that's the first thing that I kind of noticed is the drums are like a little loud in my opinion. But yeah, the ideas are really great.
Yeah, so like other than that, like other than my like lack of understanding of how like Ableton fully works, which is something like I think with time, once I see it more, maybe eventually get into it myself, because obviously the biggest barrier for me to understand this is not using the stuff myself, which was always the case with the loop station before I got it myself. Other than that, all I can really talk about is the music, and yeah, it's just like come on, man, like just peak Watt, honestly. You guys are mentioning the mix stuff. I'm not too well versed in like the mix stuff as well. I can get like a basic understanding of it. It sounded okay to me, but you guys are saying like the drums are a little bit too loud. I guess like for me, it sounded okay for the most part. But yeah, just like the progression of the track was really good. I liked some of the ideas he did there. Like the vocal chop was really cool to hear. Just like the overall atmosphere and sound design was just like, peak Watt in my opinion. We kind of seen like levels of this with the Aggressor track and also his producer Wildcard for last year too. Although his producer Wildcard last year took a really different approach in that like crazy little switch up that we've seen. This one was more of like a cohesive track that didn't really push the boundary in different areas or just have that like unexpected switch, right? It kind of stayed in its own zone in like a full fleshed out kind of track, right? So I think for the most part it was very good. Like other than like some stuff that I just don't really understand just because of the lack of knowledge using it, I think this one's very good. And also like, based on what we saw earlier, I think it's pretty much like on that level, although I think like people did some things better than he did here. But yeah, for the most part I enjoyed this one a lot.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. It's just one thing is I swear Watt didn't sound that British before. I know that just like
isn't he from
just,
Czech Republic?
Yeah.
Where is that? That's in Europe, right? I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
But then,
really hear the British in it, but I maybe have to go back and listen.
like the intro sounded pretty British to me, but yeah. What was I gonna say? Dude, I'm blanking out again. Dude, I swear it's cause of KBA. Like watching your wildcard completely threw me off. Now I'm just my head just in the wrong space now. But yeah, oh right, yeah. I was gonna say like it's interesting to notice that except for Josh O, right? Like because on the stream we watched Antrix, we watched Chaos, we watched Watt right now, we watched KBA and Josh, right?
Yeah.
And except for Josh, everyone else use like a lot of respaces, which is just interesting to note. Like that's how the meta, like I yeah, like kind of just how the meta is going now. But and everyone's doing this kind of like, not everyone, but like Antrix and Watt and like KBA is doing this kind of heavy, like emotional type of feeling, which is also cool. And yeah, I would say KBA is still my favorite though.
Oh
by
fuck.
quite
Yeah.
by quite
Without
a
a doubt.
bit.
Without a doubt. That was just something
Yeah.
else, man. Yeah,
Also the singing.
it's really
the
like
singing.
it's crazy, like we said earlier, right? It's hard to follow up after listening to something like that.
It's hard. Yeah, it's so hard.
So now we're looking at these like a little bit too objectively, right? Like, how did he do this worse than KBA? You know, like almost without saying it, but like mentally, like keeping that in mind, right? But yeah. Sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
No, like it's just what was I gonna say? Yeah, dude, like KBA, you completely fucked me over, dude. Um, no, but yeah, like I feel like the greatness of KBA's wildcard was that you kind of forget about the technical parts of it in a good way, as in the music just hooks you in, and it's about the music, and it's about, you know, you don't you don't have to think too much, and it makes you feel. It just puts you in that mental space. It's really, really impressive to me. But yeah, my God, yeah. Yeah.
So like 3 spots, bro. Like you listen to Watts here. Obviously, we only listened to it one time. How do you think like he stacks up against everyone we see? And do you think like he kind of like sticks out in areas that would favor him in terms of like judging and criteria they use, or like what's your opinion so far?
If I'm being honest, I think, especially judging wise, just in terms of how the wildcard actually played out, I think it won't do like great just compared to the other wildcards we watched. But then it's like the level's super high, and it's 3 spots, and that's really the main reason why. Um, it's also because, as I said, it's a slightly similar approach to some other people have what other people have been doing. This is very much Watt's style, obviously. It very much fits, especially the intro really gave me flashbacks from his world champ stuff, like the vocal chops, right? I think his world champs Elim did something similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, just this didn't quite, like we were talking about the whole wildcard versus track type of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously Chaos's would be leaning, I mean, he said it himself. It's like, this is a wildcard. This is like, we're battling now and we're having that energy, which is great. I'm all for it. I love it. I try to do it sometimes with my own stuff as well, obviously. But then Watts is like, it I feel like it, if we're just talking about it being a complete track or how good the track is in general, I feel like yeah, I wouldn't put it in my personal top 3. But yeah. Oh, KB has a drunk rank on chat. KB's drunk rank is
I see that. It's not
number
bad.
1, and
That's pretty good.
yeah.
It's very similar to mine, actually. I probably switch Chaos and Antrix though, just for like style reasons. But I can definitely see why Antrix is over Chaos for sure. They're just all so good, right? It's really hard to differentiate. I think for me, definitive KBA 1. I'd put Chaos 2, Antrix 3, but I could objectively put Antrix 2 as well, just because I think technically he was probably better than Chaos. But I just like the kind of like approach Chaos took. I thought it was like really killer kind of mentality, you know? I value certain things, right?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to. But yeah, I was just gonna say I have the same ranking in mind. Just like KBA, then probably Chaos and then Antrix, but then it's like Chaos or Antrix and then Chaos or Antrix for 2 and 3. Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for that video. If you enjoyed what you heard here, links in the description to the original video. Go check it out. Go check out Watt's channel as well. Links in the description to his channel. Go leave him a sub. You know, these guys are putting a lot of effort into this, and they definitely deserve all the recognition in the world at the end of the day. You know, we're just two guys talking about it, and they're the one that put in all the work, right? So go leave them a sub. Go check out their channel. If you want to support me, though, leave a like on this video. You can sub to my channel. Check out my Discord channel as well. Links in the description to that. And Duncan.
And yeah, if you want to support me, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Instagram under the name Duncan Noobs.
Right, and other than that, we'll see you in the next Beatbox Reaction video.